Hi and welcome to Morning Mindset. My name is Michelle Dale, coming to you here from sunny Egypt on this Monday, and I'm so excited. I'm super sweaty because it's really hot here in Egypt, but I've been running around like a crazy person because it's my middle child's birthday today, and I can't believe it. This is like so nice. I mean, we're having a party, we're having a pool party at the house, so it's crazy. There's balloons and God knows what's going on, but I'll keep today brief because of that reason, because I still have so much to plan for her. But anyway, happy birthday, Layla. She is 10 today. My middle child of 5, so she's got 2 older siblings and 2 younger ones. And she's an absolute star, and I love her to death. So I'm going to be doing some party preparations, but not until we have gone through our morning mindset and done our accountability. So this week we're talking about writing your script for your story, and we talked yesterday about writing a story about your business and what that looks like to you. And today we're going to sort of adapt this into your ideal self. So when we talk about your ideal self, this is about creating, this is actually really an interesting one, because the ideal self really does have an impact on every area of your life, because you think more about how you're going to show up in your life and the type of person that you want to be. So this requires a good hard long look in the mirror and then really deciding, who am I on the other end of it? And that could mean the things that you do that are different to what you do now, how you look that's different to what it is now, how you feel that's different to what it is now, so there's all these things that potentially come up. And when I think about the ideal self, I think a lot about our self-talk that we say to ourselves. If we say to ourselves we're not good enough, or we don't deserve things, or we should have done better, or like women in particular, but I know men are too, are quite highly critical of themselves physically, especially, and I know after having 5 kids, my body definitely is very, very different to how it started out life. And sometimes we can be a bit hard on ourselves, like we're carrying a bit of extra weight, and belly doesn't look the same way because it's had babies in it, and just critical of things rather than looking at ourselves and being supportive. So imagine if you took all the things that were negative that you thought about yourself and said to yourself and turned them into positives. What would that look like for you then? That's your script, that's your story. So if you are somebody, for example, who comfort eats because, but you feel guilty about it, for example, then that's something that you might say you want to change because you're gaining weight. So you would say to yourself, like, I'm so happy that I don't feel the need to comfort eat anymore. I get my joy from exercise instead. And in your head, you might say to yourself, well, that's not me. But is that the me that you want to be? That was a rhyme. Is that the me you want to be? And if it is, then write it in. So I'm so grateful that I have beautiful long flowing hair. I'm so grateful that I have a flat stomach. I'm so grateful that I love myself the way I am. Like maybe we just need to be focusing on that right now. But whatever it is that you want within yourself, I'm so grateful now that I can just let things go. I'm so grateful that that does not bother me. I'm so certain now that everything is always working out in my favor. I'm so certain that I could eat whatever I want and not gain weight. And a lot of people in that one say, well, you can't eat whatever you want and not gain weight because of calorie deficits and things like that. But what if what you wanted changed? And this is the thing. What if you only wanted fruits and vegetables and some lean chicken all day, then you could literally eat whatever you want and probably not gain weight. So this is a mindset thing. This is about choosing who you want to be. This is about choosing how you show up. If you're someone with a short temper and you know that you have a short temper, you might want to say like how super thankful you are that now in various situations you're able to keep your calm and you're able to keep yourself together, and you're a calm person, you're a collected person. You decide how you show up, and then you start taking the actions towards that. But unless you actually really think about your behavior, and you really think about how you want to turn up, and how you want to show up, and what you want to look like, and how you want to be treated, and how you want to treat other people, it's never going to happen. So this is why you have to write your story about who you are, but who you are in your ideal version of yourself, in living your best life. Like, what are you doing now? And a lot of people say, well, I wouldn't change myself as a person, but that might be true, but your habits might change. There are various things, like if you have certain resistance to things, like wanting to book a holiday, for example, but like starting to say, well, I won't look for the holiday until I've got some money coming in and things like that. No, go start looking for the holiday. Go start doing things that are going to, like investing in your time in things that are going to make you happy. It doesn't cost you anything to go on the internet and start looking at holiday destinations. So if you were in a situation where you had limitless abundance and you can go on holiday anytime you wanted, you wouldn't have any resistance to going and looking at holidays. So you have to step into that. I'm so grateful that I love traveling and I can go on holiday whenever I want. So, like I frequently find new destinations, go on TripAdvisor, start accumulating things that you want to do, and the funds will come, like the energy behind it will be there. So think about your ideal self. Think about how you show up in the world. Think about how you want to look. Think about the things that you want to change about yourself physically, emotionally, how you react to things, and then write down your story about how certain you are, how you know things are a certain way, how you're so grateful and thankful for things to be that way, and just let it happen. Okay, so we are going to get into our daily accountability now. I'm off for the party afterwards, so I hope you have a wonderful day, and I shall see you back here tomorrow for another morning mindset. Thank you. Before we begin, don't forget you can join me live online inside virtual co-working space at www.virtualmissfriday.com/VCS. If you enjoy this session, give it a like. I'd love to hear from you, so write me a comment. And so you don't miss any updates, don't forget to subscribe. Let's begin. So now we're going to look for the positive with our gratitude. First, we'll spend 1 minute thinking of the day before, thinking of all the things that happened, reflecting on work, interactions, relationships, memorable moments, and more. Now you'll write one thing down minimum that you're grateful for. You can, of course, write down more. Something good, something that went right. A small moment or a big win. The more you search for things to be grateful for, the more you will experience things to be grateful for. Now we're going to read out your goal. Make sure your goal is written down in a journal or somewhere you can easily access it. Read your goal now, ideally out loud, and commit to this goal. Believe it will happen. And by reading this daily, the universe knows clearly what your goal is, and the things begin to shift in the direction of your goal. Follow your instincts when this happens by taking action. Now you need to see your goal in visualization. Spend this minute thinking about the goal in your mind. See yourself taking steps towards the goal, or even better still, see yourself having already achieved the goal. Close your eyes and go there. Step into the feeling, step into the place, step into the accomplishment. And finally, it's time for your most important task. Set this task for today and make it relating to your goal. This could be something small like sending an email, recording a video, or making a phone call, or it could be bigger. Either way, one task a day is one step forward, and those steps will add up. Do what you can from where you are now. Set the intention, and the action will carry you towards your goal. Well done you for completing your daily co-create session. Have a fantastic day ahead, and I'll see you next time.